Good morning, fellow advanced knife bros. You're looking at what might be my last knife think piece of the year. Although it might not be since the Stump Lifter's knife, but I've looked at that script that I've written for it. Man, is it long and dry. I could come out with some more dumb stuff, but it might wind up being a New Year's treat for you for the next video. Now, I've been working on some axe reviews for quite some time, which, that means I'm filming myself playing with them in the backyard, which is something us normal adults do. Today's video, though, is for the Demko Sharkcub. That means it's 2 Demko videos coming for you in a row. The last Demko was the Armiger series, and now this is the Sharkcub. Is this going to be a quick look? I don't know. Have I ever lied to you before? Now, the Sharkcub is basically a smaller version using the popular formula of the AD20.5. It's not exactly the same knife, but it's close. You get that super fidgetable shark lock, but now for people with even smaller hands, I guess. How small, you ask? Tiny hands? Let's consult the dimensions card here. You guys remember the Tiny Wings song? That was a moment on the internet. How's everybody's day going today? You got any new pocket knives in the mail? Did you have to skimp out or skip a gift for someone else because you gave yourself a little treat again? Probably. That's what we do. I don't know. What does that mean you get for Christmas, huh? Well, I'm sending each and every one of you a black lump of G10. So you were all on the naughty list. I have access to it. Now, Demko sent me 2 of their newest folding knives versions. Now, there are a few other options floating around out there. There are, I think, some exclusives, some dealer exclusives. But here, and available on their website, you have the black G10 and aluminum handled varieties. The aluminum version here features what's known as the slicer shark blade profile, and the black G10 features the clip point. The blades on either are made from the same fancy CPM 20 CV, which is pretty much a metallurgical twin of the M390s. Now, both feature what looks to be flat grinds. I myself am a little more partial to the clip point, as I think it looks a little bit better. But maybe you have different opinions, that you could share in the comments. Action is handled by the Shark Lock. Basically, if you have ever used the AD20.5 or AD20, you're getting the same action. You may have also seen my 2 videos about the AD20.5s already, plus the dozens of other videos that talk about the Shark Lock and its amazing health benefits, so smart viewers know it's already for them. And the health benefit being you bought another fidget knife, and 10 minutes after the box is opened, the joy becomes fleeting, and you need to buy something else. Did they make one in Ultim? I think I've seen one floating around. Now, the Shark Locks tend to have an aggressive jimping on them, but I've built up the calluses over the years, like many knife collecting office drones do. It doesn't bother me anymore. Now, you can pull and flick or use the thumb studs on the clip point and then flick it back to release. You'll pop, 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 pop. You got to time it right, but Shark Lock is easy to get fidgeting. Of course, you can use the port on the Shark Slicer, and it also works pretty well too, or you can just use the lock itself, which is what I prefer. Now, although this knife is smaller than the AD20.5, you get about the same effective grip area since the rear of the handle doesn't curve back. And the overall cutting edge ain't much smaller either, and the handle's pretty comfortable. It's a smaller package with only slightly smaller dimensions where they count. Now, the pocket clip is ambidextrous, and you can flop to either side in a tip-up configuration. The pocket clip here overall has less tension than the standard AD20.5, which I don't think is a bad thing. The Demko AD series tends to have that cold steel chokehold on the pocket out of the box, and this one you shouldn't need to remove or bend. And of course, G10 on the black G10 is not super aggressive, and the aluminum's nice, so the handle scales aren't going to chew up your pockets, but I tend to like that. Also, the one with the thumb stud, you gotta mind it as you put in your pocket. You just gotta hit it at a different angle and you'll be fine. It won't catch. Comparisons first against itself. Aluminum and the black G10 here, or there. We've seen it. We've all looked at it. I've featured it a few times here, and we're gonna move on to the AD20.5 in a natural G10 flavor. As seen here, we have a little bit of a shorter blade, but mostly the same grip area. It's a little more compact, a little cuter. What'd you say, boy? I got 2 AD20.5s. Now next to the Paramilitary 2. It looks like I forgot to wipe the blade down here, which this used to be a blurple. I changed out the pocket clip, and these are Flytanium scales. As you can see, it's a working knife. I'm pretty sure that's tape residue. And finally, the AD15 from Cold Steel, the Cold Steel version of the custom Demko, which you can't get anymore. You probably could maybe they still make some, but it's like a knife show thing. I love these. This has aftermarket scales on them too, like the Paramilitary 2, and I think we're good. Wrapping it up. which is probably a good reminder to those of you who haven't wrapped your presents yet, which is everybody watching. I know my audience. This knife is a slightly different size of the AD20.5. I don't know who out there wanted a smaller one, but it looks like you got your damn Christmas wish, okay? There's always people out there that want smaller knives or bigger knives. I know that from the comments. There's already people wanting different sizes of the stump lifter. Thanks to the Demko team for sending this for review. Hopefully you saw the other Demko video from last week as well, featuring the Affordable Armature series. And thanks to the patrons. Maybe you want to gift somebody something for Christmas, you could become a patron, for $1 or $2 a month if you'd like it. And it directly supports me in keeping my camera gear current. I did just buy a laptop. I finally have a laptop after all of these years. It'll afford me some flexibility in content creation, allow me to edit on the go if I need, and I might do some classic game stuff again next year. I only did one of those. I enjoyed doing it. A few people really liked it. Maybe I'll put something else out. So subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.